team. I've been praying that God sends me the people that need this, and that whoever is supposed to work this business with me is who he's going to send me, period. And I don't just say it, I believe it, I speak it, and I pray it every single day, sometimes more than once, because it feels very lonely when you're working it and you're in a city by yourself. It's hard. And I mean, but I'm not alone. I have you guys, but I have him, and I have him encouraging me. And I don't want to freak anybody out, but I woke straight up out of my sleep a few weeks ago, and I just felt this, that he was telling me, this is going to be your year. This is your time. I have brought you to this for a reason, and you are messing it up. Please get out of my way. So that's what I'm doing. So that's number one. Number two, after getting my heart, my spirit right, my head had to get right. Okay. So I made a conscious decision, a verb. I made a decision. I didn't sit and let it come over me. I didn't wait for it to come to me. I said to myself, you can do this. You can really do this. Not just say you're going to do it, not just pretend to do it, not just phone it in. You can do this. We have a gift to give. We've heard Melissa say this, but I truly believe the products in this business are going to change lives. They've already changed our lives. I have a responsibility. I have been shown how much these products can do for your health, can do for your mood, your just not just weight loss, and what this business can do for us. I'm called and chosen to spread the word for this. So that's number two. So responsibility and a conscious decision. Number three, I have a brand new specific why. I've always had a why. And, you think if your why, and you've heard this, some of you have been around for a while, if your why does not make you cry, it is not specific enough. It is not deep enough. It was not enough for me to say, I want more time with my 10-year-old son. I work a lot of hours and I want to have more time with him. That made me cry sometimes because I'm here on Mother's Day. Hello. But that wasn't enough. My why has evolved. My why has evolved into not as it wasn't selfish because I was thinking of him, but it was selfish because I was thinking about how I was missing time with him. This why is not selfish. And this why is about my husband. Sorry. This why is he is so unhappy with his job and he doesn't know what direction to go. And his happiness depends on me working this business so he can quit that job. His default is happy, but his continued happiness and fulfillment with his life, he is such an unselfish person. He puts everybody first to a fault, and he is shocked for him to be my why. That's how unselfish he is. But I would rather retire him so he can do his missions and his motivational things that he wants to do and not have to worry about a toxic job environment that's killing him. Seriously, killing his spirit. So that is my new why. That is what gets me up early and lets me stay up late to work this business consistently. Income producing activities. And then 4, I've again made a conscious decision to plug in, not just jumping on Zoom, although that takes a sacrifice. You gotta see, okay, it's coming, and today's Mother's Day, but we've already celebrated Mother's Day. What better way to celebrate Mother's Day is to think about how you can grow this business and bless your children. Bless your children, bless the people around you. So I've decided I don't want to be left behind. So I'm plugging into the Living the Dream. I'm plugging into Zoom. I haven't been able to plug back into Kala's Room at the Top, although it's amazing, but you can always go back and watch that. but, and I've taken what I'm plugging in and hearing and I've implemented them. That is the evolution of my plugging in. I've been plugged in. I've been at most every single thing since I've joined this company, but I haven't been plugged in and then immediately implementing. And that's what I'm doing. I've been watching, and I'm going to miss somebody. I'm just telling you, but just recently who's motivated me besides Melissa, she always motivates me, but that's beside the point. Desiree and Tony are very motivating. They've got the fire in their belly for this business and these products. Jenny Lowry and your whole entire team has motivated me and inspired me. Kendra, it has motivated me. She wants it like I do, and we're going to do this together. My daughter Corey wants it. We're doing this together. And Debbie Blauser, girl, my accountability partner, my bud, it's when I know someone needs to have my checklist, guess what? I do my checklist, and I do it every single day, and I send it to her, and she sends me hers. It's been amazing. So that's my 4-part breakdown on my transformation. Like, I can barely even sleep. I'm so excited. I'm serious. I lay down, my head just spins. And then I get up and take my XR2 because I usually forget at night. But that's me in a nutshell of how I've transformed and how I'm doing it. So the next event, going to be up there on stage multiple times.
Yeah. Well, and y'all, I'm just going to tell you that she is doing this while working a full-time job when she's on call. She's had one of her midwives out on maternity leave. She's been working 80 hours a week at her job and trying to fit this in, when she can. And she amazes me. You just amaze me all the time. And I'm so proud and I'm so thankful you're on this journey and on our team. So love you so much.
Love you.
She mentioned Desiree and Tony, and they don't have on. I don't see. Desiree, can you turn your camera on? I hope she can. And she's muted out. I want them to share because I don't know where she's at. Hello. There he is. Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, y'all both got something going on there. Hang on. Okay, I saw Desiree's name. Can you unmute yourself, Tony?
Hey, Melissa, this is Kendra. I'm going to have to back out. I got a patient.
All right, honey, love you.
Love you.
And there's Kendra. Kendra is, she works night shifts too, and she does this while she's at the hospital on her job. But hang on, Tony. I just saw him. I can't unmute you. You're going to have to unmute yourself. Hello. Okay, while we're waiting on them, then Stacy. I want Stacy to, Stacy's had a hard week and a half, and I want you to share.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can see me. I'm sitting in the dark. I was even more in the dark on the porch, and I came in so you could see me a little bit, and I interrupted my husband's TV time. Anyway, I just wanted to say, yeah, I've been in the twilight zone for about a week and a half. And I tell you what, my thoughts and prayers, Charles, are with you beyond belief. I'm going to kick your butt for not allowing Melissa to tell us that because of what Teresa and I were going through. But anyway, I don't know if you guys know or not, but we almost lost my mom, and I had to, the day after I got to the beach with Melissa and Bria and Vicky for our leadership week, the nursing home called me home and said that my mother, they did not expect her to make it. So we went back and spent several days with family and planning her funeral and saying goodbye. And my mother's a tough cookie. She decided to stick around. And so the last several days have been really weird because she's not out of the woods, but not exactly sure what's going on with her. But yeah, I've just been in the twilight zone. So basically, I guess the reason Melissa wanted me to talk is number one, just to thank this team. I mean, guys, we are so lucky to have each other, and just to feel the closeness of the family that we have all become. And a lot of you guys I don't even know yet, but I can't wait to get to know you better and you be part of my family as well. And but just the way that our team just pulled together, Vicky and Melissa, both just, and my team just pulled together. Jenny is probably my leader, definitely on my team. And everybody just pulled together. I didn't have to worry about a thing. I would look at, my website maybe once a day for a second, or whatever. And boom, 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 X-Team Boom was on fire, and I was pretty much out of pocket. So just the sheer fact that we know that we have that security, that we all have each other's backs when life does hit and we can't work our business. That is a blessing and a gift for sure within itself. So the other thing is just that life is short, I mean, it could just happen in an instant, for any of us, any of our family members. And so basically, I think, it just times like this kind of make you take a look at your life and what's important. And, I know more now than ever that I want to live a life of no regrets. We only get one, and it is so short. And I just think that we all are so blessed to be a part of this and to have each other. And I just say, you know what, let's move forward full force. No matter what is ever happening in our lives, we got each other's back if we need each other, to lift each other up, to celebrate our victories together, to pull each other up when we're down, when our business is not booming. We're just all here to lift each other up and just keep marching forward. And no matter what, just keep marching forward. And we're all going to the top together. And I love you guys.
Love you too. And we're still praying for you and your mama and all your family too. And
Thank you.
And I'm glad you made it home. You were where you're
Thank
supposed
you.
to be.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and Vicky, I mean, golly, she was at the beach with me, and I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to brag on her a minute. She was at the beach with me, and she was doing her work, and she was doing Stacy's work, and she was doing Teresa's work, and she was helping all Stacy's team. And her poor husband JB says, "Can I just get 15 minutes?" And he says, "When I get done with these chats." But he is, I mean, that's one of the things too that's just so great about, our husbands too, that just support us. And, I couldn't do what I do if my husband didn't support me. I mean, there's no way. And I know Vicky couldn't, and I know Stacy couldn't. And, I know most of us could not do what we do and grow this kind of business and put in what it takes without the support of our, spouses. So, Vicky, kudos to you, babe, because you did really, really good.
Yes, thank you, Vicky. I love you.
So, Tony, did you figure out how to get your camera done? I just texted him. So, Desiree, Tony, so I really wanted them to talk because he had called me the beginning of this month and said something that was just profound to me. And I can.
Right, and that's fine. Use me.
Hey. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Dang it. Desiree. Oh, I unmuted her. Can you hear me, Desiree?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, well, I can't see you.
And I have no clue how to change that situation. So.
Okay, are you on your computer or on your phone?
No, Tony's on the computer and I'm on my phone.
Okay, you should be able to see a little video where it says start video.
There we go.
Oh, we got Tony. Okay, good deal. All right. Will you share with me and I just want you to share your story from your heart. You know, what your situation is, why you decided to go for this, and what your goals are, because I think they're so profound. And I think that, you know, when you have a why, which, you know, you're one of the people that say, you know, you got to have a why. And, you know, these products have changed you, but I want you to tell me what the business is going to do for you, and just share.
Well, I don't know if everybody on here exactly knows my story. My wife had actually gotten started in January. Well, it goes back way further than that. It goes back over a year to my wife watching Melissa on GMR. And that's how we got hooked up with the program, as my wife started watching it and watching the program itself, watching everything about it. And then she came to me in October and said, "This is what I want for my Christmas present. You know, I'm going to order it." So she ordered, got it in December for a Christmas present. She said, "I'm starting it January the 6th." And I'm like, "Okay, go for it." I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. I had already hardened down to the point to where I knew that I'm going to be the way I was the rest of my life. And that's just how it was. I had accepted defeat, I guess. So I watched her for 30 days, and about 20 days in, I finally said, "Have you ordered my kit yet?" And she's like, "No, I'm not. I don't know that I'm going to." And I'm like, "Why not? Let's give it a try, you know?" So I got my kit in. We went ahead and decided that, you know, she's going to stay on it, and we're going to order the ultimate kit. And I started February the 6th. Being a diabetic for as long as I have been a diabetic, it's been really rough on me trying to work with the situation that I have. Diabetic neuropathy ain't no joke. It started in my feet, and it moved to my fingertips where I couldn't hardly feel my fingertips. And so I started on the program in February, and by the first week, I had no choice without doctor's approval to take myself off of my medication, because I couldn't do both. I couldn't take the medication and take the product. So in my mind, I'm like, well, these are all natural products, so they're not what's hurting me. What's hurting me and making my life miserable is being drugged down every day by the medication that I took. So I made the decision the 4th day to not take my medicine, and I haven't took it since. The first 8 days, I lost 14.5 pounds. I went on to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. And right now I'm almost 4 months in, and I've lost right at 50 pounds. Had my blood work drawn last Tuesday morning, I guess. Got the results back on Thursday. The doctor says, "I can't see you. I'm not going to put them on the patient portal until you come see me." So I make an appointment for Thursday, go in, and I'm like, he said, "Well, your A1C's all out of whack, and your liver enzymes are up, and I'm just not going to do this without seeing you." Okay, sure, whatever. So I go see the doctor and walk in and sit down. I'm 48 pounds below what I was the last time I went to the doctor. And the nurse is like, "Good job. You've lost some weight since you've been here last." And I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." Go in, sit down, talk to the doctor. Doctor walks in, shakes my hand, and he said, this is his words, "What the hell have you done?" I said, "Well, just to be honest with you, I've not taken any of my medication in almost 4 months. I said, and I have been on a wellness program ever since then. And he said, well, let's talk about these numbers a little bit. Okay. So he proceeds to tell me that everything on my blood work is awesome except for my liver enzymes. And he sort of drawed out a little scale, you know, where 95% of normal is, and then 2.5 over here, 2.5 over here. And he said, well, yours could just be out of whack for that day. That's what we're going to chalk it up to. I don't see anything else wrong. He said, your A1C, so let's talk about that. He said, because the last time you were in here, it was 9.6, I think is what he said. And Thursday when I went, it was 7.9, which does not require the amount of medication that I was on. He said, you can probably get by without medication from here on, as long as it stays here or below. I said, well, I plan to do everything in my power to make that happen. So my wife and I decided that in March that we were going to try the business, and we got started, and it was kind of run through a rough patch there the last of March. So we jumped on in April and went all in, and we double ranked as silver manager in the month of April. May has started out kind of slow for us. I did have to go back to work, and that has kind of slowed me down a little bit. We have one on vacation, which slowed us down a little bit. Not making excuses, just life's happening right now. But I intend on getting back after it tomorrow afternoon as soon as I can get off work. But we are all in on the program. We are all in on the business. So far to date, we've made over $1,000 on Zingular. Just not really applying ourselves, and we've made that much. But it can be done. It's definitely a life changer if you're willing to take that change. Melissa, that's about all I got.
I'm glad you told your story, your product story, but I wanted you to tell about what you have to do to quit your job and what that's like. I want you to tell, that's what I wanted you to talk about, that story of.
My wife and I had a discussion about what it would take for me to be able to quit my job. And I just point blank asked her, you know, because I'll be honest with you, I've worked for the last 35 years. I'm tired of working. So I said, so what's it going to take for me to be able to quit my job and do Zingular full time? She said, when you make $1,000 a week, that's $4,000 a month. Y'all, that's not hard. That's not hard at all.
What did I tell you?
I'm going to tell you right now, Freddie Elias is no different than me. I've studied his story. I've watched what he's done. And the only thing he did is open his mouth every time he comes in contact with somebody. That's how Freddie Elias got where he is. And I'm going to tell you, and my daddy told me this a long time ago. He said, every person in this world gets in their pants just like you do, one leg at a time, unless they stand on the bed and jump in them. Well, I don't know too many people that stands on the bed and jumps in their britches. So if they can do it, I can do it. That's my mentality. That's where I'm going with it.
And I told him $4,000 a month as director. So
Right.
That's what his goal is. But, well, thank you for sharing all that. And
Might not be this month, but we're going to get there.
yes, and just for the record, because this is being recorded, do not stop your medication.
No, I strongly don't suggest that. But I had no choice. I was ready.
The reason he did was because his blood sugar was dropping like in the 60s.
Yes.
And
The third day it was 64 that morning.
that's why.
So I had no choice.
And also something else you didn't say.
Do what?
Something else you didn't say was several, I don't know when it was, but your A1C started at 16.
Oh, yes. Yes. Back in, let's see, this is 1917. it was 16 or higher.
So yeah.
It was
I would
14. My
rate you
wife just told me,
that.
she said it was 14 in July of last year. So in less than a year, I've come halfway.
So
That's what they wanted
that's a
to
second lease on life because you were going down a bad path. So
I can actually feel my fingers again and my toes. I can actually feel my toes touch each other, and I ain't been able to do that in almost 9 years.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's an amazing project. Product.
we are very excited to have y'all on our team. And thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate that. And happy birthday, Desiree. And so that's what I had tonight. I just wanted to share and give y'all guys encouragement to know that this is possible. Anybody can do this. You just got to have a why. You just got to have a desire. You just got to know that this is it. You know, today's the day, not tomorrow. Someday is not one of the 7 days of the week. You know, saying you'll get into it someday. No, today's the day to get into it. You're not promised tomorrow. Do it today. Make every day count. And one thing I told Tony, and I don't remember if I told him or this is one thing that the Edwards, Team Edwards, is their motto is work every day like it should last. Like it's the last day you're going to work this, or the last day you're going to have to. And that's what I would encourage you is just jump in. And you know what? What's the worst that can happen? You make an extra $1,000 a month and that's it. You know, go all in. Tell people this is a gift that you have. Don't worry about people telling you no. That's their loss. That's not your loss. This is just a referral service. You're not selling anything. You're not soliciting anything. You're giving them the information. You're giving them a gift to help them with better health, help them with, like Stacy said, their mood, help them with their finances. I mean, this is a gift to give people. Does anybody else have anything before we hang up tonight? Does anybody else have anything they want to share or anything they want to say or make any kind of public commitments of anything they're going to do? Well, I can tell you that I work this every day like it is my lifeline. I work it from the time I open my eyes till the time I close my eyes. And, you know, I know that the Perot's talked yesterday about time blocking, and I really need to know how to do that because I don't. But I'll tell you, I love it. I love what I do. I love this business. I love this team. I want to see all of you succeed. I mean, that's why I pour into every single one of you, because I want to see all of you get to the point where I'm at, because it's such a good life, y'all. It is so amazing to be able to, you know, go spend 12 days on vacation while I'm working. It's amazing. And I'm no different, just like Tony said, I put my pants on just like y'all. I mean, I'm no different than any single one of you on here. I just have a desire. I want it so bad I can taste it. And I'm going to do everything in my power to get it. I will be an ambassador. This will be an ambassador team. And I hope every single one of you are on here when it happens. I mean, I know that statistics say that 3 out of 4 of you will not be here next year. Don't be the 3. Be the one that stays. That's what I would encourage you. Be the one that's here next year. Be the one who is at the event when this becomes a silver executive team, when it becomes a gold executive team. Be the one who's on stage getting your awards for everything that you've worked for. Be the one that gets recognized for double ranking and triple ranking and going all in and doing everything you can, because it's yours. It's your business. It's your legacy that you're building. It's your empire. So with that, I love all of you so much. And I hope you all have a fantastic night. And we got, what is it? It's the 12th. We're not even halfway done. It's fantastic. So I hope next weekend is West Virginia. And if you if you haven't decided to go and you still want to go, we got room. We will take you with us, and it will be an amazing, amazing, life-changing event. So other than that, I'll be on live Thursday night. Make sure you're doing your tracker every single day and turning it into your accountability partner. That's what's going to help you grow. I love y'all. Good night.
Good night, y'all.